Okay, first of all, do you guys ever use talkback or voiceover on your devices? Anybody has used it? So not many of us used it, right? So if you try it, na, you will get an idea ki what kind of problems users face, right? So I will show you how it is done. Let me tell you a little bit about me. So basically I led the design system team for Tata Neu app, and from there I learned about accessibility, how we can improve it, right? And currently I am working with Incubite, which is a currently I am working with Incubite, which is mainly dealing with US healthcare clients. So in that the accessibility is an important point. And also I am a open source contributor. I have contributed to many open source projects like Widget, and I have I have officially supported the Dart AI, basically the official repository which I have contributed to as well. Okay, so now if you look at the problem of accessibility, it is according to WHO data, that is 1.3 billion people, right? That is around 16% of the world population suffer from some kind of accessibility, right? So, and out of those people, mostly 70% are first time mobile users. They are not using laptops, right? They are not using any kind of desktop. So that is why accessibility is kind of important to reach those customers as well. So there are two things. One is inclusion and another one is accessibility. So inclusion is basically what is our goal to include. So basically everyone should use our apps, right? And accessibility is the way we can achieve all those things, right? So basically it is a technical implementation, how we can do it. So these are the 4 rules for accessible apps, that is 4 principles. This is given by WCAG guidelines, that is web content guidelines. Okay, so these are official. So first is receivable. Basically if you have an app, right, if I have an image, right, is there any alternative text to it? Basically user can hear it or not, right? What kind of app it is? Basically image it is. Operable, can I navigate it using some माइक नहीं है विवेक माइक नहीं है क्या? नहीं अरेंज कर रहे हो मैं ओके, अगर वॉइस कम लगे यार बोल देना मेरे को, ठीक है? सो ऑपरेबल, कैन आई नेविगेट द ऐप यूजिंग easily? Basically the touch targets are of proper size or not, right? And understandable. Basically if error message is being shown, it is clear that it is an error message or a success message, right? Other is robust. Can it works with other tools? Basically for accessibility we have different kinds of screen readers, assistive tools, switch access. Are our apps support those or not? So if we achieve all those things, then our apps can become accessible. Okay. So basically you might have seen we have built the app, the UI is looking great, but once you open the screen readers or any assistive technology, and it will fail because it will read some kind of button. Basically it will not give you any context why it is, right? So that is why we need to think about accessibility. So why this issue is in Flutter mainly? Because see, Flutter draws the pixel on the screen. It is not using any native components, as you might all know if you are working with Flutter. Okay, so all those are being drawn on the pixels. So our accessibility tool or the screen readers which grabs all those things reads nothing, right? So to solve this, Flutter provides us a semantic tree, which we will discuss. Okay, so let's understand what is screen readers actually do first of all. So if I have an app, simple app, and if I click on it, I am basically interacting it with it, right? So the screen reader will register those interactions, and it will read basically whatever I type. I will show you an example so you can understand better.
Unlabeled. Double tap to activate.
So see, you can see image is not clear, right? If I am tapping on the image.
Alaska, North America. The 1st of January to the 1st of February. Book new trip. Button.
So this
Double
is,
tap to activate.
yeah. So this is basically tells us how screen reader is reading the screen, right? If I am interacting with any. Okay. Yeah. So to basically how the screen reader is getting all this information, it is from the semantic tree which is provided by Flutter, right? So semantic trees contain various properties, as you can see. Basically, who knows widget tree first of all? Okay, so widget tree, basically similarly we have a semantic tree. It is a kind of shadow of the widget tree. Okay, so it provides all the information like what kind of label we have, what is the role of that particular component is, whether we need to hide it or exclude from the semantic tree or not, right? So this is a simple example. Okay. So you can see here we have a button that is action. It is telling whether what kind of action we can do on it, whether it is focusable, we can tap on it, and flag is telling the role, basically what kind of role it has. Is it a button as enabled state or is it not enabled, right? And it is telling the label, what kind of label it has. Okay, so this is the basic structure of this is a single node basically of a widget. Okay, so now coming to the some common mistakes which I have seen most of the time. Basically we have an icon, right? So screen reader will read it as only icon favorite, right? So the user using it doesn't have any context what it is doing, right? So if we add the tooltip, for example, so now it is clear that if I am going to press this button, it will add something to my favorites. Okay. Okay. Mistake number 2. Basically, most of the time we keep the size as small, right? If I have a icon button and it is size is 20, so person which has a motor impairment, right? So they cannot click properly on mobile phones. So the size should be bigger in basically 48 by 48. That is given by the WCAG guidelines. It should be minimum of this size. Okay. Another issue is low contrast. So basically on in this example we have a low contrast. That color is gray, right? The textile color gray 300. So according to WCA guidelines, I think it will give around 2.1:1 ratio of the contrast ratio. But ideally it should be 4.5:1 ratio. So on basically on black and white, it is the best contrast ratio. I think it is 21:1 ratio. That is the best ratio. Okay, broken focus. Basically, if I am traversing an app using any switch access, so do you guys know what is switch access first of all? So it is similar to if I am going through a website, right? Sometimes we click tab, right, to switch the input fields, right? So in that case, similarly to have those functionality, right? So gesture detector doesn't give those things. Right, so it doesn't provide the focus automatically if I am using any kind of switch access, right? So to do that, basically Flutter out of the box, like all the buttons in Flutter and text buttons and inkwell, all those things gives us the automatic basically focusable by default property, right? So we should have this as well. Okay, now you will be thinking that nobody has complained, right? My app is working fine, nobody has complained. But the thing is, the user won't use your apps which has accessibility issues or someone with has physical issues, right? So they won't use it. And also the another issue is audio, ठीक है? Audio ठीक है? Okay, basically user won't use your app, and another thing it raises the issue of legal stuff, right? Because many organizations or NGOs will complain to the courts and governments that these apps are not accessible at all, right? So to solve this, let's see this. Okay, so to solve this, Flutter already gives us many widgets out of the box, right? So first of all, the semantic widget, that is the basically core widget which is useful to us to add all the properties like label, whether it is focusable. So it has multiple properties, but here I have just added a simple example, whether what is the label and what is the property of that, right? So it will add in the semantic tree. There are some other utility widgets as well. If we, for example, if we have an image in the background, right? We don't want the user to get confused what is the use of that image. So we can ignore it using exclude semantics. Another one is if we have a complex widget, right? Basically a widget which acts as a one widget, right? So we can use merge semantics and give all the properties ki what kind of widget that is. And this is semantics announce service. Basically it is used for example, if I am visually blind, right? So in that case, the toast doesn't work for me. So it will automatically announce ki item is added to your. Okay. So now, basically now you have seen all the issues, how we can fix them, right? Now how we can automate this and how we can solve all these issues. So we can use Analyze for this, which can scan your app, right? Which will review your code and give you some fixes suggestions, and you can continue. Okay. Let's see a demo of this. So this is the same app which has
Unlabeled.
yeah. So this is the same app which I have shown you in the starting. So as you can see, this logout button is not basically coming as unlabeled, right? So
We'll tap to activate. Sophie's trips. Alaska, North America, the 1st of January to the 1st of February. Book new trip. Button. Double tap to activate.
okay. So basically, you just need to give the path which you need to extend. It will give you all the issues. We are just solving few issues, right, to show them. And yeah, so we found that first logout button, I think. Yeah. So here we are solving the logout first. So we are just assigning the values or proper semantic values to it. Okay, now we are again analyzing that. Basically earlier we have 36 issues, now it is going to solve those. And you can see we reduced 3 issues, right?
User
Now
profile picture. Image.
it is much more clear there, right? So we know the image,
Double
what
tap
is
to
the
activate. Sophie's trips. Alaska, North America, the 1st of January to the 1st of February. Book new trip. trip. But press to book a new trip. Double tap to activate.
Now you get the idea basically what we have done first of all. This is the static fixes. Basically these are which we can directly find in the code, right? Now we will see how we can solve this issue in runtime. Okay, so this is a demo app which I have created, which has some violation screens, login screen, contrast screen. Okay, so basically it's on a line. Yeah, so first we are going to see the colonize capture. So what, let me show you. Okay, so what colonize capture does, basically it will run your app first of all. Basically it is using Flutter run internally only. Okay, so now I can navigate the app the way I want, basically the flow which I want, kind of integration test we do. Okay, so as you can see the app is running, right? Now I will simply navigate the app. So I am just navigating the different screens on the app. So it captured all the screens which we navigated, right? Now I closed it. It has created as a YAML file, okay, with all the flows which we have done. Basically it tracked all the information which we have done, right, in the app. Now we can simply just now what I can do, I directly run colonize auto. Yeah, so colonize auto will it will do, it will again run the app. It will perform all the flow which we have performed. Okay, so after that it will generate a report. You can see now I am not doing anything. It will start the app again and it will perform all the flow automatically. Now it can scroll automatically. It knows whether the screen is scrollable or not, right? Yeah. Once the all the things are done, basically the flow which we have created, it is again done that. Now it is generating a HTML report which will show you the accessibility issues which are at the runtime. Just wait a minute. Generate it. Okay. As you can see, it has generated a HTML report for us. I am now going to show you. Okay, so now you can see is visible now? Okay. So basically it gives you multiple things at once. First it will give you how the talkback will act on your app. Okay.
Edit box, email. Double tap to edit text.
So basically, if I using our app, we will get to know how will the talkback will affect it. Or voiceover. Okay. So this is the basic example. We have another feature here. We can, I think this will show. So we have a different type of color vision and blur vision here as well. So if we want to check in the given screen, as you can see here, earlier you can see green and red, right? But if I change the color vision to blue it is almost same, right? So a colorblind person would not know ki what kind of color it is. For example, for error message you most of the time see red and green, right? So for a colorblind person it doesn't make sense ki what it is, right? We have also a blur vision, as you can see how a blur version will see our app, right? Okay. Now, as you can see, this report is very useful, right? We will know ki what kind of issues users can face, right? Now, there is another feature we have, that is Organized Lab. Okay, so this app basically this is a lab view in which I can is size is clear, no? Okay. So basically this gives us the multiple features which we can basically the color and vision which I have showed you in the previous, it is same. We have in this the extra feature we have is this the text scaling size. Yeah, you can see if for example if a person with a mild vision, right, he can still figure out ki what kind of the primary focus should be. Basically he can understand that this is the email, this is a password, right? That is we can basically try different kind of options here ki how the app is reacting to it, right? We have another feature in this, that is blind glass. Okay, so blind class kind of feature is if some person is blind, right, or some has a blurry vision. So how the app would basically if we using talkback or voiceover, so how the app will react. So I can simply
Back, button double tap to activate.
is it audible? Yeah, so it will tell you what kind of announcement it will do. Okay, and so you can change the app as well. Basically, it works for other apps as well.
YouTube. Notifications. Double tap to activate.
It also tells you the size as well. Let me show you. If I do this,
Search double tap to activate.
can you see it is 48 by 48. That is the guideline, right? So YouTube is working correctly. I just wanted to show you. We have the size option here as well. So now we have seen the how Chronalize is working and how it is helpful, right? So it will find the issue, give you the basically what kind of level it has, right? What can be the actionable fixes we can do, and it will give you an overall score as well. Okay. Now let's wrapping up. So basically, 1.3 billion people. That is the WHO data. Those people have some kind of accessibility which rely on accessibility features. Other one is Flutter Semantics is our responsibility. So we need to check how it is working or what kind of data it is providing. Okay. Another thing is the 4 common mistake which I have shown you: the unlabeled icons, tiny targets, low contrast issue, and broken focus. Okay. Now the three tool fixing which Flutter already gives us, that is semantics, merge, exclude, announce. There are more, you can explore it, but these are the main three tools which I know. And then how we automate all this stuff using Conalize. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So any questions?